So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video of Moon. Well, not Moon, what am I saying? Retrograde, Mercury and Venus in the 12th house. As in what happens when Mercury and Venus are sitting in the 12th house of your birth chart. And as always, if you do not know, if you have this particular position, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, along with all your astrological details. For that, check out the links here, KRSastrology.com, where you'll find my books, reports, consultations, and link to my academy, Vedic Astrology Academy, where I'm, of course, teaching the current Nandi Nadi course, which is actually part of these conjunctions that I talk about. Okay. So, Mercury, Venus in the 12th. So, first of all, what is the 12th house? 12th house represents investments, donations, expenses, foreign travels, okay, and loss of something. Loss meaning expense of something. 12th house represents hospitals and clinics, isolated places, ashrams, monasteries. Then Venus is what? Venus is your happiness, joy, money, luxury, vehicles. Mercury is communication, education, media, business, friends, maternal aunts and uncles. So one thing you will notice with this 12th house conjunction of Mercury and Venus is that right after your birth, one of your maternal aunts and uncles would have gone to a foreign place and got married. See, Yash barked. His bark is no longer the same. Yeah, I don't want to get into it because I just was editing my documentary where I dedicated a part to Yash, and every time I edit that and fix that, I'm just like have tears in my eyes. So one thing that's one of the things you will notice. Also, with this particular position, especially in a man's chart, we see that your spouse is waiting for you in foreign lands, foreign places. And the thing is, your ability to make money, whether you're a man or woman, your ability to make money is going to increase in a foreign place. It's going to increase in a place which is near a vast body of either land, vast body of water, or especially if a place is really windy, which will depend on the tattva of the sign that your Venus and Mercury is sitting in. The other thing, especially depending upon the religious background, wife will be devoted to a goddess. Wife will be strongly devoted to some kind of a, spiritual cathedral. Let me see. Is that Yash coming up? Yashi? Okay. The other thing, whether you're a man or woman, you will notice this with Venus, Mercury in the 12th house. Anytime you go to foreign lands, number one, anytime you donate money, anytime you go on a luxury cruise, okay, luxury cruise, your either relationship and romance becomes active or your money becomes active. This is regardless of the sign. Regardless of the sign. Because remember, each house has its foundation which cannot be changed. What is the 12th house foundation based on? It's based on the sign of Pisces. And especially you will see with Venus in the 12th, one may get a very devoted spouse, very devoted wife. Wife will also have skills of business, skills of writing. Suggestions of marketing by the wife will be extremely beneficial for your business. If your business is struggling, just people are not getting my product, ask your wife, what do you think I should do? How do you think I should market this product? Whatever your wife suggests, that can suddenly bring in abundance of Lakshmi, because 12th house is where Lakshmi is. Remember, when you see the images of Lakshmi anywhere, What are most of the most common images you see? She's always at the feet of Vishnu. This is why Venus is exalted in the 12th. So even if Venus is in Virgo in the 12th house, it is a very strong, strengthened Venus. At the same time, with Venus and Mercury, we see that a person becomes very much involved in investments and finance, especially related to investing money. And especially after marriage, we see the investments begin to rise. And I'm not talking about your forex trading or day trading. Those are not investments. Sorry, those are just like gambling. That's gambling. You're putting some money and you're hoping that within like either 1 minute or 5 minutes you make 3-4 times that much. That's gambling. That's not where Lakshmi is. That's not where Venus is. Venus and Lakshmi wants to see the money revolve, helping the economy, helping the other people. Okay? And who's the Karka of the 12th? Saturn. Saturn is a very slow moving planet. Very slow moving planet, which means Venus, which is money, Mercury, which is business, Mercury, which is also stocks. When one invests long term in there, that's when you find benefits. Otherwise, you'll deal with just losses, losses, losses. Like you'll always sell when the graph is low, and you'll always buy when the graph is high. Then you'll sell low because people don't realize that certain graphs of certain investments go up and down, up and down, up and down. But look where my finger is going. It's going up. Keeps going up. Like, for example, if you look at the stock market, the US stock market, we have gone through World War One, World War Two, Vietnam War, 9/11, the Gulf War. It survived all of those. So when you see all these noise around you, oh my God, World War III is coming, and this is going to happen this time. This is going to happen this time. These are all clickbait, scenarios. They just want to get your attention, so they get the views, they get the likes, they get all of that. You have to be able to discern, things at the foundation level. I'm not saying those things are not going to happen. Those things can definitely happen, especially like 2026. And certain things can actually start from 2024, from April onwards. But doesn't matter. You're not in this for 5 months. You're in it for like 15 years, 20 years, especially if you're in your 20s and 30s. Of course, if you're in your 50s and 60s, then you have to be careful that, okay, how long do I want this accumulated wealth to last in here? At the same time, Venus in the 12th will show again, like money will come through foreign sources, shipping, transport, including import, export, especially if Saturn gets involved or Mars gets involved, then import, export becomes very important here. Okay. But Venus and Mercury conjunction will also show when, let's say you're married, your wife gets mad, she will go to her parents' home. She will go to her actually maternal aunts and uncles' home. She'll talk to them a lot. The ultimate or what do they call the Indian ultimatum, that I'm going to my mother's home. These type of situations will happen a lot. Even though Mercury and Venus are friends, Mercury will still bring conflict into play. Also with Venus and Mercury, you will notice in the 12th house, because 12th house is expenses. You will see whenever you buy a home or a car, there'll always be multiple of those that will happen within a span of either 6 months or even a month. Like you go buy a car, and then suddenly your wife is like, you know what, I want to change my car too. Then you get 2 new cars. You buy a home. Within 3, 4, 5 months, you suddenly see some opportunity to buy another small property or some piece of land. So there's this multiplication dealing with the Venusian things, because Mercury represents land and Venus represents the structure of the land. And so here we see that those things can multiply. So in a way, it's a very good conjunction. Now, if you have 3, 4 conjunctions, you've got Sun involved, you got Mars involved, you got Saturn involved. Now we're looking at completely different things, because in such case, Mercury and Venus may not be even making connection. Why? Because if I'm sitting here, let's say I'm in an arena sitting And then right next to me, there's another person sitting. Some military general is sitting. Then I see some old man sitting. Then the next year I see my friend Mercury sitting. I'm Venus. I'm no longer making that connection. So those things will differ. So before you say like, okay, well, this is not working out well, you got to understand the degrees will make a big difference of what you have to do to get to Mercury or what Mercury has to do to get to you. Okay. So anyway, guys, this was my analysis of Mercury, Venus in the 12th house of your birth chart. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below so you don't miss the top of videos. So if you want to know where your Mercury and Venus are placed along with the astrological details, my reports, consultations, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.